Welcome everybody to NXTV. This is our review episode. First off, I want to thank everybody that tuned into our live last week for the preview episode. That was a lot of fun. We did decide that we are going to continue to do that, but everything that we talked about on Tuesday kind of went right out the door on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So we decided that we're going to go ahead, since we're doing it live, we're going to move that live video to Wednesday, where hopefully we got more of an understanding or a better lineup of what we're going to see on Wednesday nights, so we can actually talk about what we're going to see as opposed to what they advertise and change on the day before.
Right.
So let's get right into it. This is our review episode for NXT and NXT UK. Remember, we are no longer reviewing 205 Live because we are filming these on Friday because we have family and we decided that we would like to spend time with them on Saturday mornings. So 205 Live, sorry. We'll cover you on a live video if something amazing happens. We're still going to watch on Friday nights, but we'll just do a live video after 205 Live if we decide to do that.
Yep. So let's get right into it. So for NXT, the first thing I want to talk about is Danny Burch separating his shoulder. Man, that looked nasty.
Yeah.
That was gross.
Yeah. Cross just flat out just tossed him right on his shoulder with that Doomsday Saito.
And what was even better is that Cross didn't, said he wasn't sorry about that.
Yeah. Yeah, but Danny Burch is going to be out, they said, for something like 6 months. So they did decide to go ahead and strip the tag titles from Oni and Danny. And I am personally a little sad to see that because I thought they were really great champions.
They were.
Them with Pete Dunne, it made a lot of sense. And now that Danny is out and Oni's kind of on his own warpath, it looks like the Pat McAfee group that he put together is gonna be no more. Which, if it gets Pat McAfee off my screen, I'm okay with it.
Exactly. Exactly. There's not really much we can say about that.
Yeah.
So the next thing that happened is we started off the NXT with Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai defeating Io Shirai and Zoe Stark.
That was a shocker.
That was a shocker because I was not expecting the way that match ended.
Yeah. I personally thought Io is untouchable. I'm glad that she wasn't the one to take the pin.
Yeah.
Because Raquel was the one that pinned. So if Io had taken that pinfall there, we would not be as interested. Still going to be interested, but we wouldn't be as interested in the Raquel and Io match that's taking place at Stand and Deliver. But it was a dominating victory there.
Yeah, it was.
Dakota wasn't involved. Io wasn't involved. It was just Raquel doing Raquel things and flat out decimating Zoe Stark. Zoe had a good showing in that match. And Zoe, like we've said many times before, is going to be the future of the women's division there. I fully believe that we can put the future of the women's division on her shoulders.
Absolutely.
But I'm liking how she is coming out and she is taking on the best.
Absolutely. And the fact that the way that match ended, she had to take 2 one-arm power bombs.
Right.
In order to...
One wasn't going to do it.
One wasn't enough to put Zoe away. And then so Raquel's like, all right, little spark fire, let's hit you with again.
Yeah.
Let's hit you another one.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was a great match. Definitely, it was a preview for Stand and Deliver in the fact that we got some Raquel in the EO action. I'm hoping that maybe next week we have a Dakota and Zoe one-on-one again. If not, I definitely don't want to see Zoe out of this picture. She belongs here. Maybe we get some more Zoe and EO tag team matches in the future. Otherwise, I want to see Zoe continue on her path of eventually I'm going to get a victory over somebody that's huge.
Right.
But the next match that we have, I'm surprised it was in this space. It was Bronson and LA Knight. And let me tell you, if it was any closer of a coin flip on who was going to take that win, I'd like to see it. That was a 50-50 shot no matter what you say. Bronson is on the rise. LA Knight came in at the top. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, he had so much hype around him, and justifiable hype. But he had so much hype around him that this match right here had my attention. This feud had my attention because I know how good Bronson is, and I know how good LA Knight is, and we saw it.
Oh, yeah,
We
did.
flat out saw it.
Oh, yeah, we did.
In LA Knight taking the loss, I mean, I want to say that's an upset victory for Bronson, but it's not. And I want to say that I'm shocked, but I'm not. Because I would have said the same thing had LA Knight taken the victory.
Yeah.
Would that have been an upset victory for Bronson? Would
really.
you have been shocked if LA had won that? No. So, I mean, I love this feud. I hope it continues. And I want to see more of this because LA and Bronson just flat out stole the whole show.
They did. And that's saying something because the next match was Karrion Kross versus Oni Lorcan. And Oni is a great talent. He is a great talent.
Bless you, Oni. Bless you. I'm sorry.
You took that one like a champ, though, didn't you? But Kross just destroyed it.
I think it's a little too soon to say take it like a champ. Don't you?
Oh, that is too soon. Okay. My apologies, Oni. My apologies.
But yeah, that was an incredible match. Kross played a little game with him. I mean, mostly. But Oni, dang sure, I'm sure Kross is still feeling those chops.
Yeah.
He had that bruise right across that chest. I was looking at it like, man, that looked like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Dude.
I was, whoa, dude. Like, it was nasty.
It was.
Oni is tough, the Boston Brawler, but, I mean, honestly, Kross wasn't going to take the L here. We all knew how that was going to go, but I didn't think it was going to go as good as it actually did. Next match definitely went the way I thought it was going to go. Walter versus Drake Maverick. That's it. Done, dude. That was it. After it was
Powerbomb over.
Yeah, pretty much. Drake, bless you, bro. But, dude, what were you thinking? What were you thinking?
Going into Imperium's locker room, just spouting all sorts of anger.
Swinging some kind of tire iron. Bro, like, you obviously needed that, but dude, what were you going to do there?
Dude.
I mean, it was like a cartoon. If you had hit Walter with that tire iron, all it would have done was left a Walter-shaped bend in that tire iron, dude. Like, anyway, so after it was over with, Ciampa comes out and basically challenges Walter for the UK title at Stand and Deliver. Whoa, dude.
This is nuts because Walter's got, now he's going to defend the title on night 1 of Stand and Deliver, and then during night 2, kind of.
Well, I mean, before night 2 at Prelude.
At Prelude, he's got to go defend it again against Rampage.
So, I don't know, honestly, with in the COVID world, how that's going to happen. I'm not sure if UK's already taped or something, but however that's going to happen is cool. I mean, but if he goes after Rampage after the match with Ciampa, if legit that's how it goes down, Rampage comes out the champion.
I agree.
That's it. That's it. Because Ciampa is going to kick that hiney.
Hiney, wow.
I was trying not to say the word, man. I try to keep this PG for the kids. But, yeah, he's going to beat it down.
Anyway. So next thing we had going on was we had the women's tag team title match with Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart defeating Aaliyah and Mercedes Martinez.
Yeah, another thing that happened on Wednesday that we would have covered if we had decided to wait until Wednesday to go live.
Yeah.
But Jessie Kamea is injured. So Robert Stone pays Mercedes to get into this match to come back to the Robert Stone brand.
But only pays her half.
Yeah, and he didn't have any more money. So I think he was banking on a title win there, but Robert, get some socks on, man, because she's going to kick your shoes off.
Yep.
But yeah, that was a great match. Ember and Shotzi comes out with the victory, which, I mean, that's our first successful tag title defense.
Yep.
In the history of those tag titles.
You're absolutely right.
So another history-making thing.
For
I'm sorry, Ember and Shotzi are just they're here to make history. That's it.
And they're doing it.
They're here to make herstory.
Okay. Then we had the main event of Jordan Devlin and Kushida. Now, when I heard that this was announced, I was like, okay, strap in, boys. This is going to be good. And man, it did not disappoint.
I had my inhaler, man. I needed it. Woo, that was awesome.
Now, Jordan Devlin came out the victor on this one because, of course, Jordan Devlin is going into this title match against Santos at TakeOver, Stand and Deliver. So him getting the win was kind of necessary to kind of get him to go through it. And then, but Kushida just, oh man, he put up a fight.
Well, yeah, I mean, what do you expect?
It's Kushida.
I mean, we didn't practice that at all.
We didn't. We totally
Anyway,
didn't.
but I mean, it was Kushida. That's the thing, is that Kushida was gonna get in there and he was gonna whoop some butt. But Jordan Devlin was gonna know he was in a fight, but Jordan Devlin is so confident in himself that he was not gonna let himself lose that match. And I fully believe that's how this is gonna go down at Stand and Deliver. Jordan Devlin comes out with the title here, and I want him to stay here in the States. It's like we covered in the live the other day. Jordan needs to keep this title because he's the only fighting champion.
Yep.
He's it. Santos Escobar is chicken. He won't defend that title. So Jordan Devlin has to continue to be the champion here. But I need him to stay in the States because I just absolutely love to watch this dude wrestle. And unfortunately, as much as we hype up NXT UK, it does not get the viewership that NXT does. And Jordan Devlin is a talent that needs to be on the most eyes as possible. And I absolutely believe that he's going to come out of this title match at Stand and Deliver. By the way, title match...
Let's talk about this real quick. About Santos coming out after the match with Jordan Devlin and Kushida. You know, they both stand in front of each other, raising their titles. Yada, yada, yada.
Typical face-off.
And then you hear the beginning of HBK's music.
Yeah, what the heck is he doing here?
What?
We know he loves NXT. We know he works at NXT, but what was he coming out here for? Like, it made no sense. And he didn't say anything.
He didn't need to.
He didn't need to at all. He reaches under the ring, he pulls out a ladder, slides it in, and says, "Hey, boys."
You know, he didn't say, "Hey, boys."
He didn't say it, but
he didn't need
he
to
said
say
it with
nothing.
them eyes.
He said it with them eyes. He's like, "Hey,
the innovator.
This is going to happen."
The innovator of the ladder match wants a ladder match between these two. And holy crap, can you imagine? I'm predicting something right here. A Devlin side off the top of the ladder. Predicting it. Yes.
Oh.
Dude, calling it.
Dude, calling that spot. That's going to be amazing.
Yeah. Babe Ruth. Calling that spot. Yeah. So anyway, and then we had the kind of confrontation between Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. Man, was that a little disappointing to you?
It was. I thought it was going to be something better than just an unsanctioned match. But even with just an unsanctioned match, that means that, you know, NXT is not going to be liable for anything that happens to Cole or O'Reilly in this match. More than likely, it's going to happen to O'Reilly because he's already injured going into it.
I feel like even if it was just the unsanctioned match, I feel like there should have been some kind of clause in that contract where they weren't allowed to touch each other until that match.
Yeah.
To me, this constant... I mean, the video was great, okay, of the attack at O'Reilly's MMA gym, or BJJ gym, or whatever the heck it was. Anyway, that attack was great. The running off the road was great, but do we really have to go through 2 more weeks of that?
Man,
I don't think, honestly, we needed that. I think like there should have been something there in order to stop that from happening until the match, or they're not going to get their match. But, I mean, regardless, the match is going to be amazing. And I think it headlines like night 2 as well.
It's the co-main event.
The co-main event of night 2. So, I mean, that's going to put some eyes on Peacock. That's going to get some subscribers to Peacock. Because, honestly, this is one of the biggest feuds going into Stand and Deliver, next to Cross and Balor. And so having that on night 2 makes sense.
To be honest with you, this is one of the biggest feuds in WWE right now.
Right. I mean,
this is going to be... This is hyped up further than most of the WrestleMania matches.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's amazing. So the next thing I wanted to talk about real quick on NXT was this 12-man Battle Royal that is going to lead into a 6-man gauntlet match on TakeOver Night 1. And this gauntlet match is going to then, the winner of that is going to fight Johnny Gargano on night 2 for the North American Championship.
What's interesting about that is that the way the Battle Royal is going to go is the last 6 that are in the ring are going to be in that gauntlet match, and it's going to determine how you come out for that gauntlet match as to what position you are tossed out in.
Yeah.
Which I think is genius.
It was
whoever came up with that, is a cerebral assassin. The participants in the match are Austin Theory,
Yep.
Dexter Lumis.
Boy, that made sense.
I mean, talk about a feud going on there.
Yep.
You have Bronson Reed, LA Knight.
There's another feud.
Okay. Then you have Kushida and Pete Dunne.
There's a possible, hopefully, a feud.
Swerve and Leon Ruff.
There's another feud.
Cameron Grimes and Roderick Strong.
And yet another feud.
And I'm talking, if this last two actually start a feud, I'd be okay with it. Jake Atlas and Tyler Rust.
That would be interesting.
Every single person that's in this match deserves to be there.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I'm not even going to begin to predict who these last 6 are going to be, because every single one of them need to be that. I feel like maybe Leon Ruff or Tyler Rust needs to be in those final 6 to make an easy victory for whoever is going to run the gauntlet.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love this idea, and I feel like this is. I'm super excited for next week to see how this goes down. They did announce that there's going to be a Cameron Grimes and Roderick Strong match next week as well. So those two are going to beat the crap out of each other before they get into that. The next thing that we're going into is NXT UK, and it starts off with the Supernova sessions with Trent Seven. Shawn Samuels gets involved and basically says that when the match takes place in 2 weeks, Shawn Samuels is going to be in Noah Dar's corner, and Tyler Bate is going to have Trent Seven in his corner. We get kind of a mini reunion of Mustache Mountain. Haven't seen them together in a while, and I feel like that is an amazing thing. We get a chance to see those two. We know how much their friendship means to each other, so when they went their own way, it's still nice to see a little mini reunion there.
The first match we had was Joseph Connors defeating Jack Stars.
Cool. The next match we was Primate and T-Bone going over Danny Jones and Josh Morrell.
Cool.
Here's where we get the really good stuff. I mean, NXT UK, okay, they always deliver with the wrestling, but honestly, I could not have cared less about those 2 matches.
Those first 2 matches were just kind of
But yeah, we did get some really good. It finished strong, guys.
It did. We've got Isla Dawn defeating Aaliyah James, and man, she looked ferocious in that match.
Who did?
Isla Dawn did.
Oh yeah.
Isla Dawn looked almost like a completely different wrestler. It was ridiculous to see, and I loved it.
Dude, I'm in. I'm in. I am all in for Isla Dawn. And then we got a little mini stare down or confrontation between Isla Dawn and Kaylee Ray. Did we not predict this the other day?
I think we did.
Did we not say that we wanted Kaylee Ray versus Isla Dawn? I'm feeling like we're going to have that, which, to me, is Isla going to take that title? No. But it's going to be an amazing match.
She might if she pulls out the crap that she pulled out last night.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, the final match, no DQ, Sam Gradwell, Ilya Dragunov. Whoa! I mean, who came out the winner there? Technically, it was Ilya. But did Gradwell not get 75% of that damage done?
Yeah.
It took the typical that we've come accustomed to, Ilya snapping and beating the holy crap out of Sam Gradwell to get that victory.
Yeah,
Sam was
the last
just,
couple of minutes.
Sam was poking that Russian bear the whole match.
He was trying not to slap him in the back because that's apparently Ilya's
That's
trigger.
where the switch is. That's where the switch is.
That's the switch.
Yeah, but he got him.
They got him.
And ooh, Ilya went off on him. And oh man, but Gradwell just... Guys, I've been a fan of Gradwell for months now.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly did not see him as a top-tier competitor in NXT UK. I saw him as a workhorse. Last night changed my mind.
Absolutely.
Sam Gradwell has the mouth.
Yep.
Sam Gradwell has the skills. Sam Gradwell, if Rampage Brown takes that title off of Walter, Sam Gradwell can take that title off of Rampage.
I do not agree with that statement, but Sam Gradwell could fight for that title.
Yes. Anyway, so that's what we have. That's our review. Man, we didn't really argue much in that one. I feel like there was a good week of wrestling. There's not much to argue.
There wasn't.
But all I'm going to leave you with is Dexter Lumis should have never said those things about Austin Theory.
Oh, good Lord.
Anyway.
We're still on this. Let me see if I can roll my eyes any louder.
So make sure you catch us again on Wednesday. We're going to go live. We're going to stop doing the questions on the end of these episodes because these episodes run a little long. So we're going to start doing questions live on Wednesdays. So we will do Wednesdays at 1 o'clock Eastern Time every Wednesday.
Yes.
Okay. Until then, remember, we
are
NXT. That main event was Jordan Devlin and Kushida. Yeah. Woo! You were supposed to go woo!
Oh.
Okay, do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that next match, that